The Energy Information Administration projects that 94% of all of the new domestic electric generating capacity installed in 2024 will come from renewable energy. The California Public Utilities Commission is sending mixed signals to the industry, and these seem to be to the benefit of the utilities. And NASA unfurls its solar sail, which could help explore the solar system. I'm Jay Warmke with SolarPVTraining.com, and this is the latest news from the solar industry from the American Solar Energy Society for the week of February 25th. The EIA, or the Energy Information Administration, has released estimates for electric generation for 2024. And in these estimates, they project that about 58% of all of the new electrical generation will come from solar. That's adding about 36.4 gigawatts of generating capacity, more than double of what was installed in 2023. Now, the new solar will really be focused in 3 states, adding more than half of this solar. Texas with about 35% of the capacity, California with the 10% of the additional generating, and Florida with 6%. Renewables will comprise about 94% of the new energy generation. Battery storage, which really wasn't on the radar until about 3 years ago, will now be in second place with 23%, and wind energy comes in third at about 13%. Natural gas will only comprise about 4% of the new generating capacity in 2024. The California Public Utilities Commission, or the CPUC, has issued some new ambitious greenhouse gas emission targets. They're designed to reduce emissions within the state of California by about 85% by the year 2045. Now, in order to achieve these goals, they estimate that they're going to have to add about 19 gigawatts of solar, about another 19 gigawatts of battery storage capacity, and about 4.5 gigawatts of offshore wind. Just to give you a sense of perspective, that's more than double the amount of solar that exists currently in the state of California that'll have to be added in the next 12 years or so. The use of natural gas will decline about 70% within the state. Now, critics claim that the CPUC really is only supporting utilities if they are owned and operated by public utilities. This decision that they're expanding renewables within the state came on the heels of last year's decision where they cut net metering compensation to customers by about 75%. So homeowners that own their systems can now only receive about 1/4 for net metering than they used to under the old system. Solar Insiders had warned that if they did adopt what was known as NEM or NEM 3.0, that it would decimate the residential solar industry within the state of California, and that has proven to be the case. Rooftop solar demand fell over 80% once the new rates took effect. More than 17,000 solar workers within the state lost their jobs, and the industry reported record numbers of bankruptcies last year. Now, the new goals that have been announced are going to require that the utilities invest heavily in new generation and transmission systems. However, utilities typically make the bulk of their profits from capital expenses, such as these, where the regulators, and in this case the CUPC, allows them to pass on the cost of these capital expenditures plus a fixed profit margin to the ratepayers. So critics say that this is really a way that they're going to be enhancing the profits of the utilities and will lead to much higher electric rates within the state. California already has electric prices that are twice the average of other states and growing at a rate quite exceeding the rate of inflation. Last year, utility rates in California increased about 10%. This year, they're set to increase another 13%. Meanwhile, the California utilities are reporting record profits in 2023. Pacific Gas and Electric posted a $2.3 billion profit last year. That's up over 25% from the year before. Sunrun, the nation's largest residential solar installation company, has announced a partnership with Lowe's home improvement outlets. Now, they've begun to recently offer solar installation services through these stores in about 10 states at about 260 different locations. They do plan to expand this into 170 additional facilities by the end of this year. Now, Sunrun was founded in San Francisco in 2007. Currently has about 13% of the market share of residential installation nationwide. And last year, they announced another partnership with Ford Motor Company where they would provide bidirectional charging services to the Ford Lightning, which is the electric vehicle version of the F-150 pickup truck. And NASA has conducted its final Earthbound test of their solar sail. They conducted this at the Longmont, Colorado facility of their subcontractor Redwire. Now, the sail measures about 17,780 square feet. That's about the size of the infield of a Major League Baseball field, and it's less than the width in thickness of a human hair. Now, it's designed for space travel near suns, for example. It's a propulsion system that will catch the reflected energy from the sun and propel the spacecraft similarly to how a sail on a boat catches the wind and propels it across the water. Designers claim that this system is ideal for space exploration because it needs no fuel to operate other than the rays of the sun, and it has a very low mass, this particular sail weighing less than 100 kilograms. And that's the news from the solar industry for this week. We'll see you next week.